Okay, so this is gonna be another attempt to do this live. I'm hoping that we can get through it. In addition to that, I'm hoping that it saves because Instagram did not save my IG live that I did last night. I usually go live on Instagram every Friday at 8 p.m. And I did all this work. I had everything prepared. And when I went to save my live, right as it was cutting off, it didn't even save. And so I was just distraught and I've been a little down about it. But I was like, well, I did the work. I do have all of the information to do this live again. And so this is going to be literally my third attempt because I tried on YouTube last night to go live and it was just a weird experience because I'm not used to how their chat works. So if you are watching this and you missed my Instagram live on last night and you missed my YouTube live last night, then you will have the opportunity to watch it all over again. It's not going to be the same, obviously, because I'm having to redo everything, but the content and what I'm talking about is going to be the same. Okay. So I have to get my content out, guys. This is a part of my platform. And, when things like technical difficulties happen, you just got to go for it and try again. Okay. So the whole point of my video last night was because of the fact that we are going through a pandemic, as we know, with COVID-19, and there are a lot of music creators, songwriters, producers, indie artists, and indie labels who have, artists as well that are going to be heavily impacted due to COVID-19 for their performance royalties, which is what a lot of people depend on. I was doing some research and found out that income, as far as royalties on the performance side, is going to be significantly down in 2020 in this year, and could really reach all the way far past 2021 into 2022. Okay, where we may be just seeing an uncomfortable, side of receiving royalties on the performance side. And that's mainly due to TV and film productions on hold, closure of businesses, public premises, not playing your music on their grounds because things are barely open and, times have, the office hours and the store hours have actually dwindled and, closed more often. In addition to that, cancellations and festivals, different concerts, of course, have been canceled. Live events that you would normally go to where they would play music, your bars, restaurants, all of that stuff has just been shut down. And even though some of the cities and the states in the United States are partially opening up, there are a lot of cities that are not, just for the safety of their communities. And so what happens? That means that if these businesses don't open up, there's not, performance royalties that can even be generated because they're not playing any music with the licenses that they've probably already paid for. The malls are not open. Some of them are closing down. A lot of different retail stores that would play music where you would get performance royalties from are also shut down. So where is everybody going? Now that we are quarantined, we are not at these stores and at these restaurants as often as we normally would. And so people are going online and it's all about apps and video platforms. And so, literally throughout the month of March and May, the number of users engaging in live streaming surged across platforms like Twitch, like Instagram, and like YouTube. In fact, Twitch, literally they increased their viewership by like 524%, okay, between March and May. And so what happens is that obviously people want what they want right then and there. So if you are, trying to watch something, you're going to pull out your phone or log online. Now our televisions are on demand with apps. So we're able to watch on demand, whether it's music, videos, whether we want to play our Pandora or our Spotify listing. Everything is literally on demand at our fingertips. And so, even though songwriters, producers, are, able to reap the benefits from royalties that are still coming in from previous quarters. Once we get caught up, and now we're going into quarantine season, which was, March through currently what we're going through. It definitely is gonna affect what your performance royalties look like. So I'm saying all that because even though we are quarantined and a lot of our viewership now is on our phones and on our laptops and our iPads and everything else that we have, our apps, that we use. As a music creator, if you are an indie artist, if you are an indie label, you need to think about how you're going to allocate your royalty sources. um, that is the strategy. And everyone is really turning into streaming and going to these streaming sites. But you definitely don't want to forget about YouTube. That is where the most people consume music. As an independent creator, YouTube is a great tool to be able to create, of course, all the music that you've released. Use a distribution company like DistroKid, TuneCore, CD Baby to distribute, and also have YouTube as a part of that distribution. But I mean, in addition to that, there's just so many benefits that YouTube has to be able to support, music creators. Okay. Here is my top reason why I think you guys should really reconsider spending a lot of time on TikTok, spending a lot of time on Instagram to promote your music. And one of the things is because YouTube, by far, they're the biggest and largest online video platform. They have been paying royalties to music creators since 2012. They are easily accessible and they have content, obviously, for all users. And you don't even have to have a subscription to consume content. So if you want to listen to music, if you want to watch a tutorial, if you want to watch a commercial, they have everything on YouTube, right? I'm even considering on ditching my subscriptions. I have Tidal and I have Spotify that I pay streaming subscriptions with. And I was kind of looking at my behavior every time I'm looking for something or some music comes, new music comes out or new video just dropped. Or, maybe I'm looking for a tutorial because I've been like, looking up skin stuff and makeup and listen to audiobooks. Even if I want to search for like an inspirational message from a spiritual leader that I follow, or even my meditations. Like if I want to pull up some meditation music, I always go to YouTube. And so what I'm saying is, like, I'm using YouTube more than I'm actually using the apps that I'm paying for to be able to consume everything that I need, from music to anything else outside of music. So I'm just saying, like, if you are if you have similar behaviors to where you're noticing that you're going to YouTube, imagine how many more people are going to YouTube to consume. And that's where your music needs to be. And that's where your marketing efforts need to be able to reach the maximum number of users. For one, a lot of your users who have streaming platforms, they have to pay for that subscription. And there are way more people digesting free content than there are people who are actually paying subscriptions. Okay. So that's another reason that I'm asking you guys to consider that. But one more thing that I wanted to highlight was, the proof is in my own company's numbers. You may or may not know, but I have a publishing administration company called the Mezzo Agency, where we handle publishing administration, royalty collection, catalog management, licensing, clearance, of course, in addition to, just making sure all their a la carte services like registrations and even the creative side, making sure we can promote our writers' songs and go for an opportunity, shoot for an opportunity to get placed, as we have been doing. But I literally looked at the numbers I was going over just to see how we did last year. And when I tell you I calculated up all the categories of royalties that have been received and distributed out to my writers, and 76.9% of the royalties that the Mezzo agency distributed out to our songwriters were from YouTube. Okay? Seriously. And so that means that out of digital mechanicals, performance royalties, our digital downloads, print, streaming performance royalties, streaming mechanicals, all those different categories, YouTube by far was the biggest payout. That was the biggest payout of royalties. And so that's my own research. So I'm not just pulling this off of, somewhere I found online. This is not information I'm just trying to, convince you of that I pulled from somewhere, or this is not YouTube paying me to do an ad or, a video as an influencer to get you guys to understand. I'm looking at my numbers, okay, of payouts, and it was YouTube. So from my research, you are also with YouTube. Their system to me is turnkey, and it's a no-brainer because with them, you are getting paid three ways. Okay. Um, you have the royalties that are paying with their subscription service, which is YouTube Red. That is 0.008 subscription service. And then you have the video stream that is actually calculating up and sending out and paying your royalty out. If you're just, say for instance, someone goes to a page to listen to music from an artist that you wrote a song for, right? If they just go to that page, they don't have to have a login, they don't have to be subscribed to that artist page. They're going directly to that artist page and they're listening to that song that you wrote. Well, there's a royalty that's generated just for you accessing that artist page per video stream, and it pays out 0.00164. Okay. That also means that, so many more people are going to be probably going to that video to watch it for free than actually paying a subscription. But so you have a subscription service that's paying you a royalty. For those who are on the subscription service and they're listening to the songs that you've written. Then you have the video stream of the free YouTube platform, which is accessible to everyone. All you gotta do is literally Google a title and the name of a song, the title, name of a song, and the artist, and the video comes up on YouTube for you to easily find. And then also, they have videos that are monetized through Content ID, and Content ID is where the actual copyrights are being pulled and filed for songwriters and producers, and they pay out a royalty, and that royalty currently is 0.0087. Okay, so I've just listed 3 different royalties that YouTube is paying out to music creators, songwriters, and producers. And if you are the indie artist and you're writing your songs, your lyrics, you qualify. If you are the label and the indie artist, because you're distributing out your own music and you write your own songs, you qualify to receive money, not just on the publishing side, but on the sound recording side as well, because they do pay mechanicals on the sound recording side. So I'm just saying, we need to really, really reconsider that because you can make money from YouTube as a master rights holder, as well as a publisher and composer, and not just concentrate so much of your efforts on TikTok, because even though TikTok is very popular and it's being used to, of course, share these little bite-sized songs and dances and all that stuff, and it is fun. And my daughter is always on TikTok as well doing dances, but guys, my platform has always been to look out for your best interest as a music creator and to make sure that you're getting paid. And so we just have to concentrate our efforts on what makes sense. Because to be quite honest with you, while everyone is on TikTok, TikTok has not been around enough to have even a proven system that works for record labels and all of these other organizations like the Harry Fox Agency, Music Reports, even the distribution platforms like your TuneCore, your CD Baby, and DistroKid. they don't have long-term licenses with TikTok because TikTok doesn't have a proven system. They haven't even been around long enough. And so I'm just asking you guys to consider that when you're making decisions on your marketing, because while I don't sit and talk about marketing on the indie side, at the same time, as a songwriter and a producer, I do understand that wherever the fans go is going to determine where my money comes from. Okay. So however many people are viewing my music will also determine what my royalty statements look like. And so if you are an indie artist, TikTok is not going to be able to pay you 3 times out like YouTube is paying. Okay. TikTok, they don't even have a set formula or a set fee or a set royalty rate that they're paying out. They're just helping you with marketing and PR. Okay. So we have to be smart. We have to make wise decisions about our choices when we are setting up, different marketing plans and things that we want to accomplish for our career. Because as an indie artist on an indie label, typically you are paying for all of your music. You're paying for, of course, your production, the legal stuff that has to go behind that, whether you're doing contracts and administration. You have to pay for your marketing and promo. You have to pay for, if it's going to be targeted for marketing on radio, you have to have a budget for that. But even your videos, your styling, hair, makeup, all that stuff adds up. Okay. And if you are the indie artist or the label, it's coming out of your pocket. So at least focus your efforts or have some budget allocated to YouTube to be able to market, and get those YouTube ads up, and get your engagement up. And even with the songs that are on TikTok, you can record those videos and upload them to your YouTube channel to show that you have so many people sharing your video. Whether you make little, full length videos with everyone that can, actually fit on the song, just have the actual videos chopped up and put into one long video of just everybody dancing off of your song. Or if you're doing them, bite-sized, videos, uploading a few at a time. All I'm saying is you need to use YouTube for the benefits of being able to have your songs pay out 3 times to you. Or if you're the songwriter producer, your songs can make more money. In addition to that, YouTube also, on top of those 3 payouts, they have a YouTube partner program. And the advertising revenue also is what has been very, very lucrative for these YouTube influencers, and a lot of artists that have really caught on. For one, you can get ad revenue from the different types of ads. They have display ads, overlay ads, and video ads. Then they have channel memberships. So your members who are a part of your channel, like if you are watching my channel and you become a member, I would actually be able to charge a monthly recurring payment for like added perks and added videos that the average person who's just coming to my page and did not subscribe may not be able to see. So if you are an indie artist or an indie label and you have huge engagement on your YouTube channel, or you're trying to build it, come up with different perks and different specials, offer different things as an artist that only your, targeted membership fans who are loyal to you will be able to have access to. In addition to that, they have a merchandising shelf where you can display your merchandise under your videos for people to be able to purchase your t-shirts and hoodies and caps and any other type of merchandise, or any, merch ideas that you have to even test out. You have a merchandise shelf that can be used to be able to make more money. The next thing that they offer is a super chat and super stickers feature, where your fans can actually pay during your live chat streams to get their messages highlighted in the form of like different stickers, and just to be able to showcase the love that they have for you, obviously. But what I'm saying is that's additional revenue, and it's just a little fun feature. Can't really do anything, to hurt you. It's just them like showing love and being able to post, different adoration for you, I would say. But you, at the end of the day, it's still revenue that's going to your channel. And then also, if you have premium subscribers, they are maybe a part of that membership, that, are really tapped in and following you and tuned into everything you have going on. They could be a super fan. They actually can pay a subscription fee to you to, be able to, of course, get access and be able to watch more content. Maybe you release something exclusive only to premium members who actually pay a subscription fee. And so that is also premium revenue that YouTube will pay you. So, again, while we are all concentrating our efforts on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, do not forget about YouTube. They have been paying out royalties for a very long time now. And so I just like the fact that, you have opportunities in multiple areas to be able to see income from your page, from your channel, from your video streams. Okay. So that's pretty much it. That's all that I wanted to share with you guys. I do hate and apologize that Instagram did not save my live video last night. I was so heated, but getting mad and like throwing a fit would not help the video get done. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have dinner. I'm gonna try this again tomorrow. So that's what I did. I ate after I realized that the video was lost and I would not be able to retrieve it and post it. I was like, I'm gonna just do a do-over tomorrow and refilm it and shed some light with you guys. If you have any questions, I'm more than welcome to open it up for questions. If you want to see if I can help you in any way concerning your current career in songwriting and production. So I will wait and see if any questions come through. And then if not, then I will be signing off and wishing you guys a great week. So let's see. I'll give it a minute or so. Okay. I'm gonna give some shout outs. What's up, Mike Beats? Latrina. Hi, Latrina. Swig the Swig channel. Hello. Dean Reynolds. Hi, Dean. Zamira Music. Hey, girl. I saw your instant message come through earlier. I haven't had a chance to answer yet. So if you could just please be patient with me, I would greatly appreciate it. If anyone has any questions or would like more information about my agency, please log on to mezzoagency.com. So MEZZO agency.com. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Tami LaTrell, and my Instagram handle is the Mezzo Agency. And so you can find us on Instagram as well as YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. We're pretty much everywhere. So let me see. I have a question regarding my career. How can I actually get started as a songwriter? I need help so badly. Hey, the way you get started as a songwriter is you have to start writing songs. You have to really get in the studio or get your own setup. Look, I have my equipment right here. I have my speakers here. I have Pro Tools on my computer. I started learning how to engineer my own sessions so that I didn't have to depend on being in a studio, but I could actually write, my material. If you're trying to get your material out, you need to start networking. Please go to my videos that are on my YouTube channel where I talk about different ways you can network. But basically, the songs are doing nothing if they're just sitting in your computer. You have to start networking and getting those songs out, identifying people who are looking for songs, whether they're in your local community or whether you find them online. Definitely approach them professionally and start seeing if you could start shopping your material to them. If you know of anyone, any independent artists that are coming up that are talented, that need songs, ask them if you can write a song for them, And when you're trying to build your career, you really have to work to build relationships and get your songs exposed. Not all the time is that going to be connected to a fee. Do you understand? So you may be doing songs, as an exchange or barter in some way. Maybe, they can barter with you in other ways for you to be able to have them record your song, because they're independent, they haven't heard of you before, and so probably hitting them up for a fee may not be the first option. However, if it is an option and you do ask them, hey, what is your budget for, I mean, they do ask you, what is your budget? Or you tell them, hey, do you have a budget to pay me as a songwriter to write your songs? If they say yes, then great. Start minimally low if you're starting off and you don't really have any credits to your name. Charge anywhere between $250 on up to $500 to $1,000, just depending on how popular you are. As your songs start to get picked up more and people start knowing more about you and your talent, then you can start raising your value, raising your price. But when you are trying to start your career, you want to definitely be mindful that it may not always be connected with, money all the time. Okay. Let me see. Thank you so much, because this networking is driving me crazy, but I'm ready for my destiny. Hey, you know what? I'll be honest with you guys. I've been in the music industry for 20 years now. Okay. I started when I was 17. I'm 37. I'll be 38 next month. And you guys have so much more access than we ever had, from being able to literally inbox someone online to introduce yourself and get your music heard, to having social media sites like soundbetter.com. Go to soundbetter.com and create your songwriter profile page, upload your photos, upload your music, put a description of bio, talk about your rates, all of that stuff. We didn't have any of that. And so I just really think you guys have it a lot more better. Like, you have a lot of avenues and opportunities that I didn't grow up with. So we had to literally know someone who knew someone who knew someone to get in the business. Okay. So just take advantage of what's out there, what's free. If you are a songwriter and I go to your Instagram and I don't see anything about your music, I don't see anything about you being a songwriter, then I don't know. It may be a little bit more, energy you should put into, profiling and highlighting what you do, because it's going to be hard for people to, one, take you serious, for two, for people to actually do business with you, knowing that you don't have anything for them to actually hear. Okay. So that's what I would say. Any other questions? Hey Tami, will you be doing a video on setting up your YouTube channel as a songwriter the correct way? Thank you so much for these videos, very informative. I don't know if I'll do a video on setting up your YouTube channel the correct way. I mean, to me, there's really I don't have like a correct way. I didn't set up my page as a songwriter mainly just to showcase my music. I just started pulling in songs that I've gotten placements with, and then all of my content is based on education about the business of songwriting. And so if you are a songwriter and you're showcasing your music, you should just be doing videos of your songs and letting people hear it, or doing some of the stuff that I was talking about on previous videos, where you kind of upload songs using titles that are already popular to increase people coming to your page, because maybe they did a keyword search for their favorite song, which is already out, and then your video ended up coming into the feed as a part of the video that's coming up next. I think that it's imperative that you have good music for people to hear. So even though you may have a song, please make sure that it's demoed in properly and sounds professional and sounds great, because I think that also can determine how and what type of business that you receive. I've just had some people who sent me some records, and unfortunately the demos were not up to par, and the song structure was all off and everything. And so of course, I want to help you. I don't want you to pitch those songs to different A&Rs or executives that you're trying to get songs placed with. So I'm glad they came to me first, but we had a lot of work to do to go back and, I critique their work. And they paid for a song critique. They also paid for a consultation, and I just went with them, went through the songs with them to help them get better and kind of recognize some areas that they can improve on. So that's what I'm here for. All right, next question. When will the statutory rate increase? You know what? After the MMA passed, the statutory rate is supposed to increase over the next 5 years. So the MMA actually passed last year, or I think at the end of 2018. And so over the next 5 years, it's supposed to be going up annually over the next 5 years by 44%. So I would say, 44% would be the cap after 5 years. So we should start seeing increases from there. That is all of the information that I have on that. I do remember it being passed in by the President of the United States. He actually signed it, but we're not gonna talk about him. But he signed that that MMA law that gives songwriters and producers the ability to be able to make more money, up to 44% over the next 5 years. Next question. Hey Tami, if CD Baby put my music up on ASCAP, should I still register the same songs myself too, right? Just in case I switch all the music to TuneCore. CD Baby is not gonna put your music up on ASCAP. CD Baby, they will register your songs if you sign an admin deal with them, but they're not going to put your music up on ASCAP because ASCAP doesn't distribute music. So if you're talking about registrations and they're going to register your music for you, then yes. But I personally would not want to put my songs in an admin deal with a company that's distributing my music. I would rather have my own separate admin deal and let TuneCore or CD Baby just focus on distribution. The reason is because yes, you may want to pull your entire catalog out and move over to another distributor. Well, now because you have all that tied up in admin, what is that going to look like as far as the collections? And so you probably would be forced to leave your catalog that you have admin over at CD Baby or TuneCore to, you would be forced to leave it there because they're already collecting royalties on it, and then start all over with a new account with if you decide to switch distributors. So I personally would just register your songs on ASCAP or BMI, whoever your PRO is, and that way whoever you distribute with, then you can just link those accounts and it doesn't affect your registrations. Okay, that's what I would do. All right, hey, what's up, Kenneth? Is it a conflict if a song is a part of multiple music libraries if trying to make music available for placement opportunities? So it does get a little tricky because a lot of those music libraries, they want the copyright on the song. They usually ask for the copyright, and sometimes they don't offer royalties if you're in their music library. And so you just have to really pay attention to what the agreement is, what the stipulations are, what the terms are, the timelines, as far as how long you're going to be in that music library, how long will they be shopping your music for, placement. Because if you are trying to get it placed with, say, a record label, maybe on an artist project who signed with the record label, that may be a conflict if that song gets picked up and they're claiming ownership of that copyright, but you have this record label who wants to purchase it for their artist, and they are of course going to pay for the sound recording, the rights to the masters. And so then you will have a conflict. And so some music libraries, they actually retitle songs so that it is kind of like their own version. You get a whole new ISWC number with it, as well as a different ISRC number. And, a few other things change to help track those royalties. And so in that case, it could separate the two. However, Like I said, I don't know the terms of the agreement that you may have with the music library, and so it would probably be, a conflict if, it did get placed for, a major project. So I would just strongly, pay attention to that. Be careful with what you're signing, and also ask them, what are the options before you go into business with them, and having your songs added to their music library, what that would look like. Okay. Okay. Next question. Anybody got any more questions? Cool. Well, I am so happy that I at least got some people on my video today. I'm not gonna lie, I was so disappointed again, like I said last night about Instagram. It made me be like, you know what? I'm going to YouTube anyway, and I'm gonna start doing my lives on YouTube. So I most likely, starting next Friday, will be doing my YouTube lives here for Q&A. And I'll just be promoting on Instagram, and I'll also include a link in my bio for people to come and watch my lives on YouTube. Another reason why is because when you finish your live on YouTube, it automatically saves to your channel, and so it just makes more sense to do it that way. In addition to all of the other, benefits that I told you guys about for YouTube. And I will most likely take this actual video and record it and upload a percentage. I think you can do like 15 minutes worth of it for Instagram, IGTV. But I'm definitely going to forward people back over to my YouTube channel. It just only makes sense. I've been rocking with YouTube for a while, and I'm pretty satisfied with their communication, to subscribers and to users, in addition to their technology. I mean, they have really done a phenomenal job with, evolving this brand, this video platform. And I know a lot of people use it. So are there any other questions? We are 35 minutes in. Thank you, ma'am. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. All right, well, I will go ahead and hop off. I'm going to try to get this video uploaded to Instagram. Please show me some love on Instagram on the video. Like it, comment, share on Instagram as well, because I definitely want people to come back over to YouTube to finish watching it. All right. I appreciate you so much. If you have any more questions, if you would like to sign up for a consultation or even a song critique, please log on to TamiLaTrell.com. You also can join to be a member of my VIP Songwriter Club and get access to a Facebook group where there are other songwriters in there that are networking with each other. I do chime in from time to time and give, answers to different questions. But it definitely is a supportive community that you all should be tapped into. I also send out monthly newsletters with different perks and information for songwriters and producers. But mainly, you guys know my platform is to educate you on the business of songwriting, whether you're a producer or a songwriter. The goal is for you to be able to get empowered on how to stay on top of your royalties as a music creator. Okay, so TamiLaTrell.com for consultations and song critiques. And then, of course, follow me on social at Tami LaTrell, TamiLaTrell. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later. Love and light.